What's up, guys? So post these Boston riots, there's been a huge police presence, okay? So now they're gonna mask up because they don't want you to see their face. What's going on, everybody? We got a lot of police here. Got Lowell, Boston, Salem, Watertown.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Oh, you look different without the helmet.
Yeah, I'm the old guy, remember?
I remember.
Yeah.
Do you want to give your name and badge number now?
No, Officer Manning.
How come you didn't want to give it then?
Because you were being a jerk.
I was being a jerk?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
a nice guy.
Oh, so.
Act up.
But here's the thing, though. If somebody asks you your name and badge number, there's no reason you shouldn't give it, right? It's in your departmental policy, the identify. It's probably also in your departmental policy that you don't fuck around on your phone while you're out here protecting people post a riot. But this is what happens when you want to address me the way that you did, right? Like, listen, you. How about this? Let the public, and we'll let you police, okay?
Well, good. Let us police and.
Well, I wasn't until you stopped me.
Right, no, so
why don't you take a hike? Because you work for us.
I just want to say hello.
See, this is why people fucking do what they do, because cops like you act like assholes.
What are you swearing for?
Freedom of speech.
Okay.
All right. See you never.
Yes, sir.
See, guys, that's why people act the way that they act. I didn't say anything to these guys, but they want to try and confront me. Right? Yeah, I told you were a scumbag, because that's exactly what you are, a scumbag. Bad cops like you make good cops like this look bad. See, the rest of these guys are being nice. There's police. They don't want to have to be here after all this shit. It takes one, though. That's the problem. It only takes one. And I'm not the one for that one. What's going on, guys? You guys had to drive far to get here, huh? Scenic route?
Yeah.
All right. So are you guys part of like NEMLAC, like the different motorcycle officers? Are you all part of NEMLAC? All right, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for being cool. So NEMLAC is like they're all separate police, police precincts, but they add up their forces. So like in times like this or when stuff like this happens, they can call on multiple different cities. Like last night you saw Cambridge here, you saw a whole different police departments here. So that's NEMLAC, and all of these guys have been really nice, but it only takes one asshole. It only takes the one asshole. You got the EMTs. Thanks, guys, for doing what you do. Appreciate it. EMTs doing the hard work. What's going on? So the police presence here is huge, guys. Absolutely huge.
Yeah, now he wants to stop smiling.
All right, so that's Bucket Boy. So you got Watertown Police, Belmont, Amesbury. This is part of NEMLAC. So NEMLAC is like it's kind of like a joint force thing where they join forces with other cities, and in times of emergencies, all these police forces can be coordinated into one, and they can. Well, Lexington, that's close by. Lexington did all right. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, you should take the train.
What's going on, man? Good, how are you? At least it's cool to be in all that gear today. You're not going to sweat like that.
They don't care. They just want to murder the next person.
Here's the thing, guys. You have to understand that, like, there's any bad people in the world, there are also good people. So you can't classify the actions of one officer to all police officers. But, of course, there are a lot of bad cops out there. And that's our... And you can see that the tensions are high because, people are upset. People are upset. Oh my God, can you imagine that? I just said something nice to the police. The world must be changing. Maybe we should change with it. I wonder what the chances of Watertown PD are letting me ride in the cruiser. It's like a take the media to work day. What do you think? Should I ask them? Maybe I mean, I lost my license, so I can't drive, but maybe I could take a ride in it. You got Amesbury, Peabody. So you got all the PDs here. What's going on, guys? How are you? What's going on, Rusty?
What am I giving you, bro? No, what am I being a cop out about? I'm saying the National Guard should be protecting we the people, not the police. Because we need to back up the police, supposedly. Yeah, so the police don't need backup from us. We the people are stronger, will always be stronger than these cops. So why? Yeah, because these cops are nothing but murderers, pigs, and slobs. It's a badge of the gun.
Listen, the people always outnumber the police. You know what we should be really worried about? Is everyone reporting on each other. When people start being like about the masks and the coronavirus.
Facts. That's why I don't even talk to the police. I don't even call the police when I need help. I handle my shit on my own.
Fuck it, listen, this is dialogue. This is perfect.
We should talk about, you know.
No, I hear that, but these
We're trying to
National
keep
Guards
Bucket
should
Boy
not be
calm because he's fired up today.
But why,
These cops should
why
not
are
be
they,
protecting the National Guard.
but why do you think the National Guard's scared of?
To protect the cops, which they shouldn't
Protect
be.
from who? From me
From
and
we
you?
the people.
From me and you?
Yeah.
No. What,
Yes.
I'm not going to do anything to the police. Are you going to do anything to the police?
Tell them that.
Are you
Tell
gonna-
them that.
Are you-
Tell
so,
them
so,
that.
So wait, no, but this
Why
is
you think the National Guard's here to protect the police from us?
not from you and I.
Yes.
Not from you and I.
Yes.
From other people. Right?
All of us. We the people in general.
So guys, this is just a taste of what's going on down here. There's special ops vehicles, there's PDs from almost every department. Bucket is highly pissed off. He's very, very pissed off. I mean, I can go walk down here. You got the guys in the tack gear. And they have different versions of this in each state. Here it's NEMLAC. So what they do is they take regional police departments and they have response teams. So all these different PDs will get together and they'll respond in usually times of emergencies. You'll see them deployed on like parades and stuff like that, but especially right now. So these are police. This isn't like National Guard. National Guard is here, but this isn't the National Guard. They came down in a bunch of vans. It's like the police version of bingo.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
And you have to remember that, you know, I think that right now, it's a tough time, right? And you have to remember that just like there's bad people, like, you know, not all people are bad, not all cops are going to be bad. You just have people that don't really know how to react right now in a high stress situation. And this is the outcome of it. You know, this is the outcome of it. We the people of the United States of America, in order to form a more perfect union, right? Look at this, brand new Durangos. Well, that's Lexington. They got a lot of money in Lexington. Chances of me going on a ride along today? Fairly slim? I'll take that as a hard no. So Bucket Boy is all fired up today.
How come Boston police destroyed their own police car? It's on video. Boston police destroying their own police vehicle. It's on video. Boston police are destroying their own SUV. Smashing your own windshield. Spraying into your own cell phone. It's on video on YouTube. You guys destroying your own vehicle. On YouTube, and I will be reporting it to the commissioner of Boston.
Yeah, Bucket Boy's fired up, guys. Bucket Boy 2020.
Your own vehicle last night.
See, and here's the thing, right? So let me
your own windows out.
let me explain something to you, right? So Bucket Boy's fired up, and most of the people they're gonna crack down on all police. They're gonna think that all police are bad, right? That's not the case. All police aren't bad. A lot of these guys are getting hit because of the actions of one, right? So the actions of one police officer is resulting in people thinking that all police are bad. Kind of like this guy is the one guy that's a fucking piece of shit douchebag, okay? And then people are yelling out the window at these guys. They're not yelling at these cops are nice. These cops haven't said anything to me. And he's just hanging out. I mean, maybe he forgot that we're not in Nazi Germany. Maybe I should have brought my papers so we could check them today. Guys, be careful around this one. He's the type of cop that'll get you guys hurt. If you're gonna wear my badge, act right. Fucking scumbag. That's the problem, guys.
That's horrible.
These guys, they're not bothering nobody.
Can you grab my bike, please?
These cops aren't bothering nobody. But then you get these ones, you get that one acting like an asshole. And they'll back them up because it's a thin blue brotherhood, right, guys? You got a massive police presence here in Boston, and you got a cop from the other night, and instead of, having something nice to say about George Floyd or having something nice to say about the family, he wants to sit there and talk shit, then get owned. We're going on a ride, guys. We're going to be here all day. And this is what you're seeing here in Boston. No justice, no peace. That's the scumbag right there. See, look at this, guys. You're streaming live on YouTube. Why would you act like an asshole? People already don't take the police seriously. Now it's one piece of shit like you that makes every single guy next to you look like shit. Why don't you straighten up if you're gonna wear my badge? It's bad cops like you that get good cops like them killed.
You don't know that all these guys are...
No, I said one's bad.
You don't know any of these guys.
I said one bad cop like him is making the rest of them look bad.
Somebody else, man.
I'm here filming them. See, you know what the problem is? People like you.
What's the problem? People like me.
People like you. Right? Do you know him? Do you know that cop? You don't know him, so why are you defending him? You're yelling at me for condemning him because I don't know him, but you're protecting him and you don't know him, right? Right? Do you know what this guy did? Have you seen the videos? Have you seen what he's done? Do you know who he is? Tell me his name. Tell me his badge number. How about this? How does his boots taste? How does his boots taste? Yeah, he just gave his name and badge number. Everyone on my channel's got it right now. How about this?
I bet you
He's beating himself.
No, watch this. I'm right here. There's no fence. What's up?
I'm right here. You want to be big and tough.
I'm right here. What do you want to do? You told me to come over here. I invited you here. So what's up? I'm right here.
I'm right here, man. What do you think you're doing?
I'm doing what this is people.
That doesn't help.
We have the right to address our grievances. But here's the thing. Maybe you say come over here and talk to me. You don't act like a tough guy from behind a fucking fence. And then when I come over here, now it's a civil conversation.
I'm right here, bro.
Here's my point. That one piece of shit.
Which one?
Right there. Do you know what he just did on camera?
What did he
do? He's making himself look like an asshole. I was present the other night when we were at Riots. Okay? This guy took out a small girl. Okay? Well, she's 18, very small. She gets hit in the chest. So I came here today. I didn't speak one word to him.
Has it been on film?
Yes. And I didn't speak one word to him. I walked past him. And then he said, "Hey, bud, you remember me?" And I turned around and I said, "Do I remember you?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm the old guy. You're a fucking jerk." And he didn't say fucking. He goes, "You're a jerk." And at that point, he's ducking behind this cop over here. And I walked down the line and I said, "I'm sorry, guys. It's bad cops like you that makes good cops like these guys get hurt. Not all cops are bad, but it's the action of one, just like with Mr. Floyd, that gives people this perception that the rest of them are bad."
I won't disagree.
And he needs to prove me wrong, but he won't.
He won't. He doesn't have to, and you know that.
But here's the thing. We need to know, like, do you feel safe when some cops playing fucking peekaboo? Absolutely. The people need to see that the police force are here for the city, not playing peekaboo and hitting 18-year-old girls.
You're not going to hear an argument with me on that one.
That's my point. That's my point.
They're not going to respond to that though anymore. They're fucking terrified, and you know that.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, and I'm trying to wrap it because it's sad, man. This is our city, right?
Absolutely.
And I remember the days when they were running to take care of people when the bombing happened.
you were, I don't know if you were there, I was there, and it just fucked me up, man. And it's like, at some point in time, I understand the pain and hurt, especially where I'm from, man. Like, I get it. I can't pretend to know what the African American community feels like. I can't. Won't even try. But like everyone is saying, put myself in their shoes.
I
That's
can't
the best
understand
I
their
can
race. I can understand one race, the human race. And at the end of the day,
That's it.
these rights are inalienable. And my whole point of being out here is that it only ever takes one. So if people are watching my video
They're gonna
and they
hold
see
him
the
accountable.
action
They'll
of this
hold him
cop,
accountable. We
when?
will hold him accountable. We're doing
they
it right
can't
now.
protect their own
But we're
cars from
doing it
burning.
right now. I know they can't, and they're setting their own cars on fire.
Absolutely.
Right.
I was there.
We know that. We're on the same page with this, and I apologize for being a fucking
That's all good.
prick.
I'm sorry too.
We gotta come together, man, because we gotta bring them with us. Like, we gotta bring them with us.
The right ones with
The right
us.
ones. And the ones, they're gonna fall by the wayside. And it's happening,
Absolutely.
man. This is happening.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about it. I see it, and I see the fucking fear in their eyes. They're scared.
Yeah.
They're scared to fucking death. Because at the end of the day, like,
You serve in the military? Yeah, I can tell. Thank you for your service.
I appreciate
Like, I take this shit seriously. I get this is what I got on my arm, man. Like, I take this shit seriously. And we just saw the National Guard, and as much hard time as I'm giving this guy, we always stop. Because you guys are the one that's swearing oath to the Constitution, and you're spending time away from your family so that I can enjoy time with mine. And not so these guys can shit on what it is that you're fighting with your lives to protect. And that's what makes it so fucking enraging.
I know.
You know what I mean?
At some point in time, I feel like the calm has to happen in my life. Like, we have to be able to. It's not gonna happen today. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. But I think the language that we start using to bring all of us together. When I saw those two police officers taking a knee last night, I even fucking cried, man, because that was real. And those were people that understand that they had made a mistake.
Did you see the picture of that cop in New Albany? He was in riot gear. He got separated from the rest of his squad.
And the people defended them.
The people, and they were the ones that were protesting
And we
against
will.
him.
We will.
We can't
defend each
protect
other.
them until we defend ourselves.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we got guys like you not wearing the uniforms that would be making a difference.
No. I know.
Hey, listen, man, I appreciate it. COVID, I don't want to fucking.
Well, and that's the other thing.
So it's a good thing I wish I knew you were in the military first. I probably wouldn't have mouthed off because you would have put me in a 4-point restraint and beat the shit out of me.
I did my time, and I'm tired, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want people to, and I know it's not going to happen, but we got a bigger enemy, and there's a group of elites. They're not in their club. I'm not in their club. Right? No one is in that club. There's a group of elites, and it's in that building over there, right?
Yep.
It's these multinational corporations, right?
Yep.
The news doesn't tell us the truth either side. They don't tell us the truth. They don't care. We're not in their club.
No, sheep. You can push sheep off a cliff. They'll just walk blindly.
We got to start our own club, man. And I mean, I know that's wishful thinking, right? You get,
No, that's the whole point of it. That's
what
the
we're
dream,
doing.
right?
That's what we're doing. So it's tough, man. It's tough to look at these police officers and look them in the eyes right now. And that's a bad place to be.
Yep.
It's a bad place to be because there's no respect. But my question is, what happens 6 months from now? What happens a year from now? We're never going to go back to what we were.
Right.
But how do we start to heal? Because look at that, right? This is our home.
Well, I think people need to figure out where they're at, what they want. You know, right now, do people just want it to end? Do they want a new revolution? I don't think that many people marched in the city of Boston when the police was outnumbered since the Revolutionary War. You know what I mean?
I know. And look, I heard it in a stand-up skit, right? It's the founders. We're not like we're 3 people old, right? We've
Right.
only been around for like 3 generations of
Yeah.
people. And if Thomas Jefferson was around today, yep, he owned slaves and all of those terrible things. But take that out of it. If he were to sit down and have a conversation with us today, we have cell phones, we have spaceships. Why haven't we written any new shit? Why haven't we written any new shit for our Constitution? Why haven't we changed things? It can evolve, right?
Well, that's the whole point of them being called amendments. They can be changed. I mean, the last amendment was the friggin' prohibition. I mean,
They
we
need
got
to be, man. Like, we gotta grow. We gotta change. We're all one, man. Like you said, we are all one. Yeah, we're gonna have our fucking philosophical differences and the way we view life because of different life experience. But when we sit down hand in hand, or we just sit down and talk, we get along with pretty much most people.
Absolutely.
It has never mattered
Absolutely.
where they're from, right?
Right.
So, no, I appreciate it, man. I apologize that I was an asshole.
That's good, man. I saw this guy and my temper flared up a little bit
I
because
understand
I was
it.
there in the tear gas and I was there through it. And you know, fucking this little, the girl, she said something she shouldn't have said, but she's like, I bet you're she's like, you're not good at this, you're probably not good in bed at either, that's probably why your wife's cheating on you. And he took his baton and he came out and he hit her right in the chest. The thumbnail to my video is her crouched over. She was like 80 pounds tops, and it didn't make it look good. I don't think it would have mattered what color she was. He was going to do what he did. But that was my issue. And I made it a point not to speak to him because I felt that he just wouldn't have it in him
To listen.
to just be quiet or to listen. So I just walked by him, and then he had to. He had to say something.
It's guys like you that I appreciate at the end of the day, because you're out here telling a story and you're recording it and you're getting it out there for people to see. And it's, at the end of the day, man, this is all truth.
Mm-hmm.
This is truth. There's a lot of false shit out there, man. You get on social media and you see, I mean, when I was watching last night, I got home after the protest. I went home after the protest because I knew what was...
Yeah, you could tell it was going down.
And as I see all of these cars leaving, they've backed up traffic on the Pike in 93 to get out of this city. I live in this city.
Yeah.
And it's like, this isn't theirs.
The most guilty feeling I've had was when everything was burning and I got on the train, I'm in the subway, and I'm driving home and you can see the smoke coming up, and it's like, you know, you feel like you abandoned shit. This is your city, you don't want to see it burn. And I put a post up on my Facebook and I said, Boston is burning. And people like took that the wrong way, like oh, how can you support this? I don't support it. I'm watching the place where I grew up burn to the ground. And you know the problem is it's like, you know, people like Antifa, okay, where like they're taking the right movement and they're just pushing it in the wrong direction for the wrong
What are they
reasons.
doing? I mean, I understand that the system needs to be changed immensely, like big fucking.
But it's not
changes,
the small corner store or the mom and pop's restaurant
What
that
they
are
do.
destroying it. Exactly.
What they do, right?
Exactly.
Like, they're just trying to pay rent in this big fucking expensive city.
You know what I saw though? In the entire miles that we walked with 7,000 people, I said, I bet we're not going to see one cop. It was citizens making sure that the roadways were blocked. It was citizens making sure that everyone maintained order. We didn't see police until we got here. The police were there to protect the buildings, but not the people. You know what I mean? And that's what we just wanted to see, one cop. You know, there's nurses out there clapping. We don't normally all meet on the same side. But in this situation, it's just like, and at some point, like you said, we have to come together. And it's dialogues like this that can show people that people
Like
from
you and I
opposite
can
sides of the
disagree.
spectrum.
It doesn't sound like we really do, now that we're talking.
Yeah.
But like, and even if people do disagree, man, like at the end of the day, it's just having conversations, it's just talking it out, man. Like, I think about when I was young, I'd get in trouble, right? Or I'd get into a fight with somebody, and like 10 minutes later, you're just talking and hanging out and laughing, right? And it's fine. And it's like, are we that far removed from that? It's just like in our brains. I don't think we are, but you know, like, I look at a lot of these guys and I don't feel like they want to.
No, they don't want to be here.
I'm like, guy I saw on the south end on, was it Friday?
Mm-hmm.
It was Friday.
Yeah. That was at D4. That's the one where I met that guy at.
So on Friday when I was over there, I saw one cop just in the middle of kind of like the street talking to him, and he was just...
That's where I saw you.
He might have.
That's where I saw you. Remember he got chased off? He like abandoned ship, and I was like, listen, you don't have to be afraid of us. You're here to protect us, man. You know, like, you don't have to be afraid of us. And then I tried to joke with him, and I asked him if he was Uber, and I made him promise to give me a ride next time. You know, like, it shouldn't be with the police running in the other direction when, you know, it's... And that's why I knew you looked familiar. I was like...
Here's one of my fears that I've been thinking about, too, and it's like, okay, what if they don't come back? Like, just a lot of them one day wake up and they're like, I'm done. Okay, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a problem? Like, you understand what I'm
Right,
saying,
absolutely.
but it's like...
Theoretically, that would be a huge problem. Because, I mean, look at the riots that we have right now with police presence, or the riots that we had with zero police presence. And that's why I just want to make sure that we thank the good cops that are doing what they're doing, and we make sure that we shine light on the bad cops. I mean, at the end of the day, if we do need them, we
gotta
can't.
rip them from society, man. They're done. They're out.
And it's sad it took this for it to come to that.
You know what, though? I think people really are starting to listen in ways that they haven't. And for better or for worse, I mean, the coverage of this whole thing has been so polarizing. We're at a flashpoint, right? Like, and we have a choice, I think. I think that's another thing that when I think about it, it's kind of a struggle, man, because it's like, I want to go up and give people in the African American community hugs. But then I also want to dap it up with the police officers because I fought with them.
Well, you shouldn't have to choose a side.
That's
I mean, the
what I
only
mean.
side you should choose is the right side. It's their choice who falls on which lines. There's a line drawn in the sand. And you see that guy, that vet, he was in Los Angeles or San Diego, and he was a doctor now, and he's like, guys, you don't have to be here. This is wrong. You know, and then it was so powerful they all
walked
turned
away.
around and walked away.
They walked away.
They drew a line in the sand. It's possible. We just have to get there.
We got, you know, one thing that I keep hearing stuff about, I'm not a big religious guy. It's just not, I mean, it's our generation kind of, right? But I keep hearing things about people need more love in their hearts. And that's something that I struggle with because of what I've seen and where I've been. And it's like, well, man, there's something to that. There's something to seeing people smile again. It's, you know,
Constitutional rights.
obviously the coronavirus isn't helping me that.
My next prediction is when they can't get people to go home, there's going to be some random spike in coronavirus to keep us back indoors. I'm waiting
Well,
for
it's
it.
amazing how this is kind of just, don't worry about your social distance.
Yeah, this
Wait a second,
this will save
look at
it.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
mask, no mask,
If I'm a
no
moron, you're a moron.
mask.
You can both be morons. It takes one to know one.
Hey, listen, man, I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to talk with me, and listen, thank you for your service. I appreciate it.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for not, you know.
I don't mean to have a camera in your face, but I'm live, and this is what I wanted to show people, like, you know, like, and the whole point we came out here was to kind of to show, you know, is there a difference now that the city's fucking burnt to the ground and police cars are exploded? We appreciate what you do, man. Honestly.
No, and I,
And people don't thank you guys enough. They need to know that we're not, for the good cops, we're moderately safe because of them, but for guys like you, we are free. And when you sacrifice liberty for security, you deserve neither liberty nor security. And we have liberty.
yes, amen.
And not even that. I
Thank you
have
for
I
that.
have
Absolutely.
family. I have family back in Rhode Island. My uncle was a patrolman for the Kentucky Police, retired. His son, my cousin, is now a patrolman. in Kentucky Police.
He's not a cop. He's a soldier, guys.
My uncle's brother,
Definitely not a cop.
Yeah, they're just saying, be careful. He might be a cop. Like, he's not a cop. He's a soldier, guys.
my uncle's brother,
Not a cop.
my uncle's brother.
Now they're gonna say that's exactly what you would carry if you were trying to get.
Yeah, I've had a day. Sorry, go
My
ahead.
uncle's brother works for the AG's office in Rhode Island. I respect the people who do it. But when you see all this corruptness go on, and when you have family, and your family that's black, such as myself, my half-sister, same mother, different father. I said this multiple times on my personal stream, the Bucket Boy News 401. Shout out to News New England as well, and AFA. I said multiple times on my live streams this week, based on the situation I'm covering, that I have black family members. My half-sister, same mother, different father, is keep murdering. My adopted nephew, I don't give a fuck if he's adopted, he's still family. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying though, he was adopted and brought into the family, to be family. And he's actually African American.
I think people are getting confused. That,
So,
you know, all
so
lives
when
are
it comes
important,
to
but all
people
lives
like
matter.
that, exactly. But when it comes to that in my family, I worry about them more than anything.
Rusty
when it
bed
comes to me.
spring, you hush now.
You know what I mean? I worry about them in my family more than me. When it comes to the
Yeah,
people
don't believe a
walking
word
the
Bucket says.
that has the badge, that has the stripe,
I said that right in
has
front of
the
him.
gun, that has the motorcycle with the lights on.
Hey, Joker.
or the vehicle with the lights on. I still gotta worry for my nieces and my nephews and my sister's side of the family because of what's going on. I am 25 years old, sir. I am 25.
Sir.
No, but I'm respectful, that's all.
I appreciate it.
I'm respectful to ones that respect me. I'm 100. So that's the reason why
See citizens out here, just thank you.
That's the reason why I have so much hatred.
See, that's what we're showing. The people are coming together here in Boston. Boston's strong still, right?
I never really liked that phrase, but I like the idea. And I'm really glad to see this not that bad.
Yeah, me too.
Taking care of it.
It's hate to see your city burn, you know? Thank you. Guys, from time to time, the tree of liberty must be refreshed with the blood of patriots and tyrants. But remember, it's always going to be an equal measure. We appreciate you watching, and thank this guy right here. That's the reason I stopped you today.
For all on YouTube.